In today's video, I will show you how to use ClickUp from start to finish. We will cover everything you need to get started, including ClickUp structure, creating your first space and lists, managing team members and permissions, creating and organizing tasks, working with different views, and using ClickUp's powerful AI feature called ClickUp Brain. By the end of this tutorial, you'll have a solid understanding of how ClickUp works and how you can use it to manage projects more effectively. So, without wasting any time, let's get started. The first thing you need to do is create a ClickUp account. You can use the first link in description and sign up using your Google account. The sign-up process is very straightforward, and the best part is that you don't need to enter a credit card to get started. After creating your account, ClickUp will guide you through a short onboarding process where you can customize your workspace according to your needs. Once that's complete, you will arrive at the main dashboard. Instead of spending time explaining every button and menu right away, we'll learn the interface naturally as we move through the tutorial. Before we start creating projects together, it's important to understand how ClickUp organizes information. This is one of the most important concepts for beginners, because once you understand ClickUp's structure, the rest of the platform becomes much easier to use. At the highest level, you have your workspace. Think of your workspace as your entire company, business, or personal productivity system. Most users only need a single workspace, especially if they're working alone or with a small team. You can see the name of your workspace in the top left corner of the screen. If you click on it, you'll also find the option to create additional workspaces if you ever need them. Inside your workspace, you have spaces. Spaces are usually used to separate different departments, teams, or areas of work. For example, you might have one space for marketing, another for operations, another for client projects, and another for personal tasks. Inside each space, you can create folders. Folders are optional, but they can be very useful when you need another layer of organization. For example, if you're managing content production, you could create separate folders for different stages of your workflow. Inside folders, you have lists. Lists are where you organize related groups of tasks. And finally, inside each list, you create tasks. Tasks are the actual pieces of work that need to be completed. Technically, ClickUp also supports subtasks and checklists, but for most beginners, it's better to keep things simple. Many people make the mistake of creating an overly complicated setup when they first start using ClickUp. In reality, a simpler structure is usually easier to manage and maintain. So the basic hierarchy looks like this: workspace, space, folder, list, and task. Once you understand this structure, everything else inside ClickUp starts to make a lot more sense. Now, let's create our first space together. Click on New Space. Give your space a name. For this example, I'll call it Video Editing. Next, add a description. I'll enter something simple like Video Edits, but you can add a more detailed description if you like. I will leave the permissions to their defaults. You can also choose from a vast library of templates, but since this is a beginner's tutorial, we will not select any and click Continue. ClickUp will now ask you to choose a workflow. There are many workflows available that you can explore once you get familiar, but for this tutorial, we'll keep things simple and select the Project Management template. Once you've selected it, click Create Space. As you can see, ClickUp automatically creates a list for us. However, let's create another list manually so you can understand the process. Click the plus icon next to the space name and choose Create List. For the name, I'll use Footage. Then click Create. ClickUp may recommend AI-generated settings for your new list. I recommend applying these suggestions because they provide a useful starting point that you can customize later. So I'll click Apply Suggestions, and you can see our footage list is ready. Now, let's rename the list that ClickUp had generated for us by default. Hover over the list name, click the three dots, and select Rename. I'll rename it to Audio and hit Enter. At this point, we have successfully created our space and organized it using multiple lists.
Now let's talk about permissions, which become especially important when you're working with a team. ClickUp offers several permission levels. These include Owner, Admin, Member, and Guest. Owners and admins have the highest level of control and can manage settings, permissions, and workspace configurations. Members can work on projects and tasks that have been assigned to them. Guests are typically used for clients or external collaborators who only need access to specific information. By default, guests usually have limited access, which helps keep sensitive information private. One of the biggest advantages of ClickUp is the flexibility of its permission system. You can control access at almost every level of the hierarchy, including spaces, folders, and lists. This makes it very useful for businesses, agencies, and teams that manage multiple projects simultaneously. To manage your team members, click on your workspace name in the upper left corner and select People. Once you've invited team members, you'll be able to view their roles and modify their permissions whenever needed. If you want to control access to a specific space, folder, or list, simply hover over it, click the three dots, and open the Sharing and Permissions settings. From there, you can decide exactly who can view or edit that section. Now that we understand how permissions work, it's time to start creating tasks. Open the Audio list and click Add Task. I'll name this task Record Audio. Press Enter to save it. Then click on the task name to open the detailed task view. This is where most of your project management work will happen. From here, you can assign a status, set a due date, add time estimates, apply tags, assign the task to yourself or another team member, set a priority level, track time, write detailed descriptions, create subtasks, and upload files if needed. You can also communicate with your team through the Activity section here. My recommendation is to add as much information as possible whenever you create a task. The more context you provide up front, the fewer misunderstandings and delays your team will encounter later. Before moving on, there's one more thing I want to cover, and that's task statuses. Statuses help you track where a task currently sits in your workflow. To customize them, open the list settings and click on Task Statuses. From here, you can customize your statuses however you like. You can change both the names and colors of the statuses so that they match your team's workflow. For example, your team might use statuses such as script research, script writing, recording, editing, review, and completed. The specific names don't really matter. What matters is that everyone on your team understands exactly what each status represents. Keeping your statuses consistent across different projects will make it much easier for everyone to track progress and understand where tasks currently stand. Now that we have covered task management, let's look at one of ClickUp's most useful features, and that is views. One of the reasons so many teams use ClickUp is because different people prefer working in different ways. Some people like detailed lists, while others prefer visual boards or calendars. The great thing about ClickUp is that it allows everyone to work with the same project data while viewing it in a format that suits them best. To see this in action, open the Project Management space. Right below the title, you'll notice several different view options. The first one is Calendar View. As the name suggests, this view has a calendar-like layout focusing on deadlines and scheduling. The next one is Gantt View. If you are an absolute beginner to project management, then a Gantt view is a visual project management tool that displays project schedules, tasks, and timelines as horizontal bar charts. This view helps you understand how different tasks relate to one another over time. It's useful for identifying dependencies, spotting delays before they happen, and adjusting project schedules when necessary. Next, we have Board View. This displays your tasks in a Kanban-style layout where cards move between different columns. It's a great way to visualize project progress and quickly see what stage each task is currently in. The next one is List View. This is the default view and is perfect for people who want a detailed breakdown of tasks and project information. It's particularly useful when you're planning content calendars, project timelines, or upcoming deliverables. The important thing to remember is that changing your view does not change the actual project data. All of your tasks remain exactly the same. You're simply changing how that information is displayed on your screen. This means every team member can use the view they prefer without affecting anyone else's workflow. Now let's move on to another important feature inside ClickUp, and that is Docs. If you've used tools like Google Docs or Microsoft Word before, you'll feel right at home here. However, ClickUp Docs offers some additional advantages because it integrates directly with your projects and tasks.
For example, you can link documents to tasks, reference project information, and even create tasks directly from inside your documents. This makes Docs much more connected to your workflow compared to traditional document editors. Many teams use ClickUp Docs for meeting notes, standard operating procedures, internal documentation, project briefs, training materials, and much more. Creating a new document is very simple. On the left sidebar, click on More. Then select Docs. Next, click on New Doc in the top right corner. Your new document will open immediately. The editing experience is very similar to what you would find in Google Docs. You can give it a name and start writing. You can select the text and the formatting options will appear. From there, you can adjust headings, formatting styles, text sizes, and other document settings. You'll also notice that AI tools are integrated directly into the editor. This allows you to rewrite content, improve existing text, summarize information, or make other changes without leaving the document. And speaking of AI, let's now take a look at ClickUp Brain.
ClickUp Brain is ClickUp's built-in AI assistant designed to help you work more efficiently. Instead of constantly switching between different tools, ClickUp Brain can help you find information, create content, summarize data, and organize projects directly inside your workspace. There are 3 major ways that ClickUp Brain can help you. The first is AI knowledge. With AI knowledge, you can ask questions about information stored inside your workspace. For example, you could ask questions such as, which tasks are overdue? Or give me a summary of this project. Instead of manually searching through multiple tasks and folders, the AI retrieves the information for you in seconds. But the feature becomes even more powerful when you provide it with additional knowledge. You can upload important company documents so that ClickUp Brain understands your business processes, guidelines, and internal documentation. Let me show you how to do that. Click on your profile icon in the top right corner. Then open Settings. From the left menu, select Imports and Exports. Next, click on Documents. Now browse your computer and select a document that you want ClickUp Brain to learn from. In this example, I'll upload a random file about video editing. Simply drag and drop the document here and click Import. After a few moments, the document will be uploaded to your workspace. Now, ClickUp Brain can use the information inside that document when answering questions. Let's test it. Click on AI from the left sidebar. You can see a sample prompt here about summarizing the document. You can click on it to get a quick summary. Now, to get answers only from this specific document, click on All Sources and select the document. I'll ask a question like, how to control lighting in a video. Now, ClickUp Brain will specifically search through the documents we uploaded. After a few seconds, you'll receive a response based on the information contained in those files. As you can see, the answer closely follows the guidelines from the uploaded document. But that's only one part of ClickUp Brain. The second major feature is AI writing. You already saw some examples of this inside Docs. The AI can rewrite content, expand text, shorten paragraphs, improve grammar, adjust tone, and help create entirely new content. For example, you could ask it to write a newsletter, create website copy, draft emails, or generate blog post ideas. The final capability is AI Actions. This is where ClickUp Brain helps turn rough ideas into organized project plans. Instead of manually creating tasks and structures from scratch, you can describe what you're trying to accomplish, and the AI can generate project outlines, task lists, subtasks, and workflows for you. This can save a tremendous amount of time, especially when you're planning new projects or organizing brainstorming sessions. Once you start using ClickUp regularly, ClickUp Brain quickly becomes one of those features that you find yourself relying on every day. And that's pretty much everything you need to know to get started with ClickUp. I know that when you first open ClickUp, all of the features and options can feel a little overwhelming. But don't worry, you don't need to learn everything on day one. Start with the basics, create a few projects, get comfortable with the workflow, and gradually explore the more advanced features as you need them. Before you know it, ClickUp will start feeling completely natural. If you haven't created your ClickUp account yet, make sure to use the link in the description below. If you want a detailed, step-by-step tutorial on how to build a website using Base 44, then be sure to check out the video on your screen right now. If you liked this video, do drop a like and subscribe to my channel for more such helpful videos. Thanks for watching.